My name is Larry Hughes. I'm a real estate and mortgage broker. License number 324686. The DRE number is 01487068. Again, we're here to talk about the FHA Self Sufficiency Test, which is required when buying 3 and 4 units. Not for single family or duplex. Again, for 3 and 4 unit properties, other known as a popular term, house hacking. So the FHA Self-Sufficiency Test is explained as follows. So we're going to break down rents and stuff like that just for simple math. We're going to assume we're buying a 4-unit property, all right? And for round number sake, we're going to say that each of these units is renting for $1,000. So again, that's a total of $4,000. What FHA says is that we have to apply a 25% vacancy factor because they know that your units are not going to be occupied all the time. So again, it's a 25% vacancy factor. And so what you do is you times that total rent by 75%, which will bring you a total of $3,000. So the self-sufficiency factor or test is that your rents after the vacancy factor must be greater than or equal to your PITI. Greater than or equal to PITI. And what does that mean? Excuse me while I turn off this alarm. So what is that equal to? Right? That the PITI is your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, or other known as your total payment. Is what you're going to see when your monthly statement comes, how much you're going to owe. That $3,000 must be greater than or equal to the PITI in order to pass the self-sufficiency test. That's what FHA requires when buying, again, 3 and 4 units, not single family or duplex, but again, 3 and 4 units. So let's talk about just briefly what is the biggest variable that affects your 3 and 4 unit property from passing the self-sufficiency test, which is the amount of rents that are brought in from the unit. FHA says they're going to take the market value, the lesser of the market value or the actual rents. So if you find yourself looking at a property, 4-unit property, 3-unit property from a seller who has not been keeping up to the market rents or use the terms in the listings like room to grow, room to increase mortgage or you have room to grow, that's a key to saying that they haven't been keeping the rents up, raising the rents up to market rents. But I will bet that they want market price for that FHA, for that 4-unit, right? So you're going to find a problem making this 4-unit pass the FHA self-sufficiency test because these rents are going to be low. So you may have to try to negotiate that price down, or you're going to have to come in with more down payment in order for it to pass that self-sufficiency test. So that's why when you're buying a 4-unit property, most realtors and buyers or 4-unit, 3-unit probably try to find something that's vacant, right? Because they can go in and then set their own rents. How that works is that in that instance, if you do find a property that's vacant, none of the units are occupied, the market rents are going to be determined by the actual appraiser who's going to appraise the property. There's no way around this, right? So in this instance, you want to try to find a concrete way to do this calculation beforehand, before you have to pay for the actual appraisal of a 4-unit property. But actually, there's no way around it. And the appraisal for a 4-unit property can be pricey, right? Anywhere from $700 to $1,000. But there's no way around it. And if the appraiser, what the appraiser is going to do is he's going to do an appraisal on the actual unit, on what the value is, the market value is for the unit. And in that appraisal, he's going to mention what he thinks are the market rents for these units. If they don't jive with our numbers, that's it. That appraiser still is going to get paid by you, And that is the numbers that we're going to have to use in this calculation. So at that point, we can go back maybe to, if it's not to that's going to work for our favor, maybe we can go back to the seller and say, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, we need to try to, adjust it downward, or you're going to have to come in again with more down payment to make that these units make or pass the self-sufficiency test, again, for 3 and 4 unit properties only. And that's it in a nutshell. This self-sufficiency test has been used by FHA for quite some time now. And it is a popular thing right now to do house hacking, right? To live in one of these units and rent out the others to help you pay for the mortgage. Also with this, when buying a 3 and 4 unit, there's a 1-year occupancy, right? FHA requires that you live in the property for at least 1 year, and then you can rent it out and move to a next property, maybe buy another conventional or refinance out into a conventional and then buy a 3 unit. But that's the part of house hacking, and that is the self-sufficiency test for 3 and 4 units. Again, I'm Larry Hughes, real estate and mortgage broker. If you have any questions on this or anything else via FHA conventional, you can feel free to give me a call. My number is 323-228-2736. Again, that number is 323-228-2736. License number 324686. Thank you. Talk to you soon.